Hey everyone, C back here with another video. I had to get myself composed to do this video. You'll know why. This is my WrestleMania 31 review. Starts off with the pre-show. Tag Team Championships. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd defending their titles against the New Day, Los Matadors, and the Usos, and they retained when Jimmy or Jay, one of the Usos, hit a splash on Big E. Then Cesaro got the blind tag and threw I think it was, I can't remember which Uso it was, but he threw him out of the ring and then got the pin. And it was a solid match for what it was. And then the Big Show won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That was but I have to say, finally, Mizdow did turn on Miz, so hopefully he'll go back to Damien Sandow. So on the official card of WrestleMania, we started off with the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Wade Barrett goes in as the champion against Daniel Bryan, Luke Harper, R-Truth, Stardust, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose. A lot of great spots, especially Dean Ambrose when he got powerbombed through the ladder by Luke Harper. That was just an incredible spot. But it wound up Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler headbutting each other, and Ziggler falls. Bryan wins. That was a great moment right there. Happy that Daniel Bryan has a championship. Maybe he can be as an Intercontinental Champion, build more towards, being world champion again. Hopefully so. And the next match was Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton won when he hit it, but it took 2 RKOs. He threw Rollins in the air and he hit the RKO, so whatever. Was pissed about that, but I said I'd let it go because whatever. Anyway, next match was Triple H versus Sting. Gotta say the entrances were interesting, especially Triple H's little Terminator entrance there. Of course, Triple H always does this spectacular entrance, whether he wins or loses. He always does this WrestleMania deal. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting much from this match. Fantastic match, and then, DX got involved, the NWO got involved, and yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just a bunch of old guys, beating each other up or whatever, and I'm like, well, it was still a cool moment and everything. Triple H won when Sting had busted Triple H's sledgehammer in half, and blah blah blah, and it goes like that. Shawn Michaels also came. I forgot he came in and super kicked Sting. Sting still kicked out, but and then it took that sledgehammer shot of the broken sledgehammer, the sledgehammer head, and he hit it on Sting and then pinned him. And then they both, after that, they both shook hands. I don't know, I was a little surprised that that Triple H won this match, because it was Sting's debut, but I can't say that I'm disappointed, because it was a good match. And, Sting still got it. He'll perform again. You'll see. Next match was AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bella Twins. Nothing spectacular. The AJ and Paige won when AJ made one of them submit. Next match was the United States Championship. Rusev first defended his title against John Cena. John Cena won. There was no point. It was fucking stupid. Moving on. The Authority came out. Stephanie McMahon was talking about the attendance and everything, and said, "Wow, this all wouldn't have been possible without me," and that made me laugh my ass off. And then of all people to come out, The Rock, of all people, and kind of ruined it. And then Stephanie told him to get out of the ring, and then Ronda Rousey, he brought in Ronda Rousey and whatever, and bullshit. Rock said it was the best moment of the night. He's so full of shit. And that was not the best moment of the night. There were so many moments better. Hell, I'm not the biggest fan of Orton, and his RKO was much better than that. His was one of the worst moments of the night, down there with John Cena beating Rusev, but we don't have to talk about that. Next up was Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. I gotta say, Taker came out and he looked reminiscent of his biker days, but he still did the dead man gimmick. Great match, you know. I mean, the pacing wasn't, you know, the fastest, but still, you know, the wrestling was there. So, and that's what counts. The Undertaker wound up winning when he hit his second tombstone on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt at least got one Sister Abigail in there, but still, you know, the back and forth and everything was great, and it was great to see Taker again. So Taker's 22-1. This sucks because Bray Wyatt's now 0-2 at WrestleMania, but you know, hopefully they'll finally start to build him properly. I don't know. Some people may be pissed off that The Undertaker won. I'll say I didn't care who won. I wouldn't have even been mad if Bray Wyatt won, and I'm a Taker mark. So yeah, enjoyed that. And then we get to the main event with WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Brock Lesnar defended his title against Roman Reigns. And this kind of went, I mean, it kind of, at first, it was like a slugfest or whatever. Then Brock Lesnar hits a F5 early, and it's kind of reminiscent of what he did to John Cena at SummerSlam. And, it is bad. SummerSlam last year, it was just, wow, it's just dominated. But Roman Reigns wouldn't go away, and then Roman Reigns counters Lesnar on the outside, bust him open. Yeah, I'm glad they did that too. But then he starts to come back. He spears Lesnar a couple times. It took three F5s Roman Reigns kicked out of, 2 spears Brock Lesnar kicks out of. And Lesnar catches him with a 4th F5 but doesn't cover him. And then just epic, it just fell into this epicness. The Seth Rollins music hits. He comes down the ring. He cashes in while both Lesnar and Rollins are incapacitated. So it turns into a triple threat match. And what do you know? Rollins comes in. You know, he shoves Reigns out of the ring. He curve stomps Lesnar. Then he goes make sure Reigns is out. He goes to Lesnar. Lesnar catches him with the F5, but then Reigns gets back in the ring and spears Lesnar. Then Rollins lands on his feet. He goes against the ropes, hits the curve stomp on Reigns, and he pins him. Oh my God! I wish I would have had a camera on myself when that happened. I was right there in front of the TV. I watched it on my PS3 because I have a HDMI cable, and I was like, yeah, and then I fell on the floor and I was like laughing hysterically because it was such an awesome moment. I just wish I would have caught it on camera because it was like I've never marked out like that before. This was one of the best endings I have seen, not just to a WrestleMania, but you know, to anything WWE wise in a long time. So fantastic ending. It made up for Cena beating Rusev. It made up for Orton beating Rollins later in the night. But Seth Rollins is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and I couldn't be happier. So please let me know what you thought about WrestleMania, and I'd love to hear it. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the future. Later, peeps.